I'm going to throw my headset over here. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Welcome back. Q Sports live tonight. We are doing battle in the basement between Q Sports Live's only one and only Benny Franchise Francis doing battle with Larry Wolper. My name is Grant. I am joined by the voices in my own head. These guys are set, ready to rock and roll, do some battle for you, break the boredom of COVID. I get to sit back, relax, drink some coffee, talk with the voices in my head, hopefully get a few responses from you all. It is a race to 9. Ben Francis wins the flip of the coin up to break. Finds the side pocket. So a little bit different commentary for me tonight. They are in the same room as I am, so they will hear every word I say. I might rib every now and again. See if I can get them to chuckle a little bit. But we've got some action. We figured, we told you that when we went live, I believe it was on Sunday, whatever day it was that we went live for the... Oh, it was Monday for the giveaway for the Arcos 2. We told you we'd go live. Larry stepping up to the plate, taking on a formidable opponent. Eldon, I hear ya. About time we saw some talent on talent. Thanks, Dave. Mr. Pete Robertson, buddy, how are ya? It has been a minute. Feels good to be back on the mic. What's the monetary attachment? Cash money. That's the monetary value. They're keeping it friendly. It's $50. Larry looking good. Also doing a nice job of running the table. Came dressed to impress tonight. Yes, the SH asterisk T talking is definitely allowed. What's going on, Steve? Gosh, it's good to see everybody tuning in again. Good to be back on the mic. Feels good. Lots going on. The Jackalope Hunter even came out of the woodwork. How are you, Alex? Oh, that was a nice draw shot for Larry. Chris Pittman. Might have to make my own CSL mask and hoodie. Hey, look at that. I looked away to look at the comments, and Mr. Wolper gets on the board first. Draws first blood. A quick RT9. Now, I'm not sure if they're playing multiple sets. You guys playing multiple sets? Okay, not quite a definitive answer there. Ben says, I don't know, maybe, probably. Eldon is all over you two, by the way. So it is a friendly set. They're keeping it somewhat friendly. $50 is the cash they're racing for. May do multiple sets. Hey, I like that idea, Ryan. We may have to utilize that in maybe a Q Sports Live event. Nice effort on the breakout. Kind of get into that cluster of the 11-14. Might be in a little trouble. Might be able to make this 10. Christopher White, are we doing ACS Nationals this year? I'm not sure, to be quite honest. Tries to play it safe, but leaked out on the left-hand side there. And of course, if you are new to Q Sports Live, you know what to do from here. Hit that share button. Make sure you go onto the Q Sports Live Facebook page. Give us a like. And I do believe we're live on YouTube as well. I'm going to check that right now. Indeed we are. Make sure you go onto the Q Sports Live. Nobody needs to hear me twice. I will mute that. And we are now looking at the comments on YouTube as well. Hey, you bet, Derek. We got to figure out ways to somewhat be creative and break the monotony of COVID a little bit, as best as what we can, anyway. Colton, it depends which rules you're playing. For that question, if you're playing BCA, the 8th ball cannot be used as first contact. It can be used in a combination, but it has to be another ball first. Yeah, you know what, really, Chris, I think all of the events that we were acclimated to going to, whether that's ACS or Vegas or what have you, they're all going to be a little bit different. Even go forward, even if things open back up tomorrow, I don't think we'd be out of the woods and back to kind of where we were for quite some time yet. Sorry, 7-foot table. It is my home table, Valley Bar Box. That 8 might have come off that rail just a touch, but should not be an issue for Mr. Benny. Ties her up, one apiece. I do owe you some games, Mr. Sean Jolly. I can't wait to get out there and see you again, along with yourself, Jerry Cahan, TJ Gulliver. Gosh, there's so many players out there. I just can't wait for things to get back to quote-unquote normal. Not that I ever was, but it's good for the rest of the state of the country to get back to that point. Mac, this is just a friendly match to kind of break the monotony of COVID. Ben Francis is one of the commentators here on Q Sports Live. Fargo rating is 727. We'll be playing in the newly formed Q Sports Live Pool League, known as the CSLIPL. Open to all players around the world, playing the Ghost. I'll put some information up at some point throughout this broadcast. If you haven't heard about that, you're either living under a rock or you just haven't heard yet. That is a good shirt, Bryce. But yeah, Mike, they're just a friendly race to 9. They're playing for 50s, maybe a few different sets tonight. But typically with Q Sports Live, we were live prior to COVID coming in and messing things up. We were live typically every weekend, traveling all across Canada and the US, doing everything from amateur right up through to pro events. And if you are new to Q Sports Live, you can certainly go on to our Facebook page, have a look at what we've done kind of throughout the past. There's if I had to be a betting guy, there's probably 8,000 different streams that are available in the archives. Yeah, and Sean, you know what? It's amazing how much you miss the camaraderie, which is really what I like about the CSL IPL. Again, I'll put up some information on what that is, where you can get involved. But that competitive camaraderie that you kind of feel when you do go to Niagara or any of the events, that is exactly the feeling. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be some players that we have that are currently playing in the CSL IPL that'll be on here. Maybe they can give you a little bit more of an unbiased opinion on the CSL IPL. But it really does kind of recreate that drive to compete and the sense of camaraderie that you do feel. Larry making quick work of that one. Taking a 2-1 lead. This will probably be a back and forth battle. Larry, what's your Fargo rate? 665 is the Fargo rate for Mr. Wolper. And if I had to be a guy to kind of put a marker on things, and Larry, don't let this go to your head, but out of the Calgary players over the past, I would say year and a half, probably one of the most improved players, if not the most improved player over the last year and a half. Pete Robertson, when are you playing, Grant, or are you playing the winner? Yes, pre-COVID. Ben makes a good point. Ben says pre-COVID, he was the most improved player. Probably not playing a whole lot, since COVID's been going on, but hopefully we'll change that with the CSL IPL. I don't think I'll be playing the winner. These guys are going to put on a couple of shows for you. I just want to sit back, relax, sit on the mic, chat with you all for a bit. Tony, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, Larry certainly has caught a gear, Bryce. He has improved immensely over the last year and a half. Much to my chagrin, because I quite often end up having to play Larry in tournaments. Yeah, I think they'll go back and forth. You never know. But I'll tell you, he's sure looking good here. Sean says, I haven't played since December. Good heavens, man. The best thing you can do, Sean, and for yourself or anybody else, is either grab yourself a home table or find somebody that has a home table and join the Q Sports Live International Pool League. It is open to players all over the world. We have players already in the Philippines, Great Britain, lots in the US, lots in Canada. And it is a blast. What kind of camera is that? Chris, this is a PTZ Optics. I'll give you a quick little idea of the power of what this camera does. You can zoom, pan, tilt, all those kinds of fun things. And now that Larry's in the way, so I mean that gives you an idea of the power of what that camera can do. Rough cost on that camera is somewhere around $3,000. You can find them anywhere. Just do a Google search, you'll be able to find them. Our pool halls open in Canada right now. Depends on, I guess, where you're located. BC, they're open. Alberta, they're not. I believe Quebec, they're not. Toronto, they're not. Or Ontario, they're not. For the most part, we're pretty much on lockdown. This is why we tried. I mean, prior to COVID hitting, we were live, as I mentioned, pretty much every weekend. And then when COVID hit, as with everybody else, we kind of went dark. And it was really the catalyst behind us deciding to get in and get some work done and get the Q Sports Live International Pool League, get that up and off the ground. We've put a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of effort into making that thing amazing. And if you haven't checked it out yet, I'll give you the address, CSLIPL.com. You can go check it out there. We've got all of the divisions are now taking registrations. We've got Division 4, 3, 2, 1, and Pro level. Juniors will be starting up here. I'm going to throw up a poster here on the next one with the juniors. Juniors will be starting in session 2. Did I mark up Larry's last win? I can't remember. Nope, 4-1. This is what I get for talking, not paying attention. Yeah, that was good. That was a good call. They're using the flip cards for me. It's like Ben knows me or something. He knows I go off on these tangents and I don't really pay attention. Yeah, Jojo, that's you know what, and it's kind of that sense of camaraderie. Oh, I meant to put up a poster. I'm going to do it right now. Sorry, Larry. I'm going to cut out your break here. So junior division 17 and under juniors always play for free. And again, with that website, CSLIPL.com. And we also do have the junior division for the 13 and under. They are also registering right now. Juniors do play for free as well. CSLIPL.com. What cue does Larry have? He has a Mickelson cue, if my memory is correct, with a Jacoby black shaft. Yeah, Ryan, it's been a lot of fun. But again, you know, I can say as much as I want about it, and of course I understand that, you know, the perception is my opinion is bias, and of course it is because Ben and I are the ones that kind of put it together. However, I'm sure there are some players that are playing in the Q Sports Live International Pool League that'll be on, if not now, at some point. And they will be able to give you their unfiltered opinion. It was looking good. And Francis now with the chance. Say out again. Pretty close. When am I doing my pie in the face? It already happened, Sean. That happened on Sunday night. That was myself and Mark Map Attack. We did a pie in the face challenge, of which I did win, and Mark, the true champion and the type of guy that he is, that was one heck of a fun match. We had a great time doing it. Raised $2,180 if my memory is correct, and 100% of all of that cash goes, of course, into the CSLIPL Juniors League that's coming up. So really, really, really grateful for everybody that did take the time to not only watch the match, but donate in that. Also got to give out a shout out to Manning Q's. They graciously donated the prize that we put everybody in to win, a set of Predator 2 Arcos balls, and they've also donated 60 Predator junior gloves for the kids as well. So good on them. If you haven't been to their website yet, manningqs.com, anything and everything you could ever want. Pool, over 4,000 products on that website. Nice shot, avoids the side pocket. Yeah, hey, no worries at all, Sean. Of course, we fully understand. And nice little shot there from Ben. Nice little cut into that top left hand, couple of rails out. The curse is alive, folks. Alive and well. COVID might have taken me out of action, but the curse is strong. Denise Ballanger, how are you, my dear? It has been a minute. So if you are just tuning in, guys, just a friendly match between Ben Francis, Larry Walper. Figured we'd go live, break the monotony of COVID. And Larry uses the whole pocket with that ball. And a little bit different than perhaps what you've been acclimated to if you're a longtime viewer of Q Sports Live. These guys can hear every word I say. Unlike when we're live in pool halls and we try to keep quiet, there is no way possible for me to keep quiet. I have a hard enough time within the pool hall, never mind my own basement. But I try not to disturb them. I don't think it's going to work. I try, but I doubt it's going to work. Ben Francis getting the opportunity back, takes advantage. Paul Silva, buddy, how are you? Been a minute, one of my teammates here in Calgary. And speaking of the CSL IPL, guys, Jam Up Apparel did a phenomenal job of designing our shirts. They are specific for the league players, but they knocked that design right out of the park. Phenomenal design. And well, Ben's racking. This is all the stuff that we've got coming up with the CSL IPL. As I mentioned, the Pro Division starts March 15th, Division 1 February 22nd, Division 2, 3, 4, and Juniors all starting on May 3rd. Session 1 did start with just 9 ball, and we are adding 8 ball against the Ghosts coming up for Session 2. Excuse me. And again, anybody around the world can play. If you have a home table or access to a home table, we've got divisions within the divisions where you can either play at home on a 7-foot table or the 8+. So that would be 8-foot and 9-foot. Once you've registered for a specific division, that's the one you're held in for the 15 weeks if you're in divisions 2, 3, and 4. Division 1 and the Pro are a shortened season. pick me, Denise Belanger. You are more than welcome to play, as with anybody around the world. We do have players already from Philippines, Great Britain, lots from the United States, lots from Canada. Where was it? We just had one again from overseas. Where Denmark. Just had Denmark come on board with us. Yeah, indeed, Keith. Depends on it's kind of different depending on the parts of the country that you're from. I know in Western Canada we're pretty big on the bar box tables, where Eastern Canada is big on the 8 and 9 foot, and I'm sure that also rings true when you talk about our neighbors to the south. Most certainly, Paul Silva, you are allowed to ask a question. Only one though. Now, if you'd have made that question plural, I would have let you ask two. Being that you asked a singular, you can have one question. Fire away, sir. Nice shot from Ben there. 14 slip across for the 10 to the bottom right. Paul says, my Fargo went up 30 points. How is that possible? I haven't played in months. It actually is very, very possible. We had a player move, what did he move by? 70 points or something? And that happened just a couple of weeks into the start of the Q Sports Live International Pool League. And it really is dependent on the league in which you play and when they report. It also depends a little bit on Fargo. Obviously, they've got matches going in all the time, so with them having to sometimes do that manually, sometimes it can be a little bit of a delay. And once those matches do hit Fargo, that's when you'll experience your rating jump or move. Ben France is up to break. Of course, we remember Carissa. How could we forget? It's really good to see everybody tuning in tonight. Once again, we figured we'd break the monotony of COVID. A little bit different of a stream than what you're probably acclimated to if you've been a long-time viewer of Q Sports Live. The boys here can hear everything that I say. So probably not going to be, the play-by-play action that you've been acclimated to. Darla, how are you? What's going on, Mike? Tuning in from Oregon. And if you do have any questions in regards to the Q Sports Live International Pool League, you can send us a message. We do have a separate page called the Q Sports Live International Pool League. You'll find that on Facebook. Feel free to send us a message there or to Q Sports Live. Or you can send us an email. If you've got us as personal friends, you can message us there as well. And the monotony of chit-chats in the basement. Of course, we are live from what is, I think it was Ben that coined where we're at. The now hub of Q Sports Live, known as My Basement. Brian White tuning in, PEI. Welcome to it, everybody. If you are just tuning in, you know what to do from here. Help me out. Hit that share button. We are back live and in living color, busting up the monotony of COVID. It is Ben Francis, Larry Walper doing battle. Racing a 9, putting some cash on the line. Keep you all entertained. $50 is what they are playing for. $100 in the middle. Hey, you too, Sean. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. One of these days when things go back to normal, we'll get together and we'll get that set played. Nice shot there from Mr. Walper. Getting the job did. Oh, and I was supposed to tell you, Larry, I can't remember who, but they like your haircut. Oh, it was Pete Robertson.
Thank you.
Larry says, thanks, Pete.
Efren cuts my hair.
Efren cuts your hair?
I have a Filipino barber. His name is Efren.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
So not the Gee.
I'll stop talking now.
Larry, just play pool. Apparently, Larry's barber is a Filipino named Efren. Nice break, a little bit clustery. I think I'd probably be doing low ball, even though the 5-7 is kind of wired up a little bit. I heard that, but I'm not repeating it. And good to be back on the mic here as well, guys. I have missed it. Miss seeing all y'all, talking with you. Oh, nice little breakout there from Larry. Provided the 5 gets out of the way. Might have to play the combo 4-5. Has option on the 1. Arlene tuning in from Philadelphia. Oh, nice play off the rail. Welcome to it, Arlene. Good to have everybody joining in. We were up over 300 until I started running the juniors hat, and all of a sudden everybody went away. Can't have 50 people that don't like the juniors like that. Come on. Yeah, Ben said it's because Larry hardly misses. It's boring. Boring to watch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think the amount of body English Larry used to keep that cue ball out of the pocket was staggering. Nice little play into the 10 to hold for 3. Why can't Len open just for drinks and close all tables? I don't know if there would be enough people that would go to a pool hall just to drink and not play pool. That would be very, very tempting. I would assume if Len ever opened up and said you can't come to the pool hall to play pool, he's probably not going to get a lot of players there. Because every single one of us, Paul, you know this, every single one of us would be, come on, Len, just one game. Good job keeping the albino out of the subway, indeed. Can't have the albino down the subway. Oops. Oh, there we go. Kelly Thomas wants to give a shout out to myself, Ben, and whoever else is affiliated with Q Sports Live. Just got my Q today. Pretty sweet. Going to take some getting used to. Thanks for everything you're doing and trying to do. Hope this league keeps growing. Nice to have some fun. Competition these days. Hold on. Hey, Kelly, thank you, man. We appreciate it, let me tell you. So Kelly is one of the Q Sports Live International Pool League players. He is one of the original founding members, founding players. And what we did in that is we took everybody that had registered for session 1 and we put them into a draw. It was, I believe, split between Division 2 and 3, and we gave a queue away to each division. And obviously, Kelly Thomas was the winner of said queue. Edward, how are you? Good to see you. Gosh, it's good to see so many familiar names. South Texas in the house. How are you, Chad? What's going on, Sean Yee? Another teammate of mine here in Calgary. And good to be back on the mic. It has certainly been a minute. Now, that being said, Ben and I typically go live every Sunday with weekly reviews on the Q Sports Live International Pool League page. We do that every Sunday. Oh, there's some nice juice there. That had some giddy up on it. But certainly good to be back and doing some commentary on some pool. Probably not 100% of what I normally would do, being that these guys can hear every word I'm saying. So I can't really give a play-by-play. I like it, Denise. Canada is back. What's up, Marvin? How are you? Ooh, just a touch outside. Iowa in the house. How are you, Mr. Holiday? Good to see you again. A lot of familiar faces, guys. If you are just tuning in, you know what to do. Hulk smash it. Let's go. Hey, Brian. Good to see you. Good to hear. Opening back up soon. That is exactly the time you need to go to the pool hall. Get yourself warmed up. Go on to CSLIPL.com. That is our website address for the Q Sports Live International Pool League. Register for the upcoming divisions. We have divisions 2, 3, and 4. You'll only see divisions 2 and 3 on the website. We haven't posted out division 4 yet, but it will subdivide division 3. Divisions 1 and Pro are taking signups right now. Donovan, how are you? Hey, you're welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Glad to be back on the mic. And it is open, guys. Any player anywhere around the world, if you have a home table or access to a table, the qualifications are exactly that. Have a home table or access to a table and live on planet Earth. That was one of the posters that we posted out on Q Sports Live. Those are the qualifications. If you fit into that category, you can play. We have a division that you can be put into. Yeah, Edward, we were really heavily concentrated on kind of getting the pool league up and running. It's now up, it's running. We got our first session underway, but we did take a lot of time and put a lot of time and effort into getting that going. And really, with COVID being what it is, without the ability to really stream any matches, it was really quite good timing for it. However, we do miss being on the mic. We miss seeing everybody. So we figured we're going to make a little bit more of an asserted effort now that the league is up and running to do as many matches as what we can. Tony Toozy, how are you, sir? Hey, sounds great, Brian. And I'll tell you what, there are a ton of things, guys, let me tell you. There are so many things that we have going on right now with the CSLIPL. Just so you know, it is sanctioned by the BCA. So when you register, if you are not a member of BCA, we will make you a member. On top of that, once COVID does kind of get to the rear view mirror and stay there, we won't do this if there's a chance of shutdowns again. But once it is well into the rear view mirror, we will be the same as any other league out there where we will have team play, we'll have singles, we'll have all kinds of things going on. And there's some pretty cool things that because we are quote unquote a virtual league, when we do get to the point of doing live team play, you can then form a team out of any member of our league to go down and compete in Vegas. So virtually you can put together a team from anywhere in the world. Arden, how are you, my dear? I miss co-commentating with you because typically when you get onto the mic, it's your show, not mine. Oh, that's awesome, Tony. Send us the name of that. We'll give you a plug. What's going on, Roy? Brian, does the CSLIPL use Fargo rating? We do. So we do everything based on Fargo rating. If you do not have an established Fargo rate, no worries, you can still play. We just start you in Division 2. And after you've played one session with us, then you can either move up or down from there, or stay in Division 2, depending on your skill level and what we see. Scratch resistant. I love it. Nice little nod to pool. Where is it located? Oh, you mentioned that. Where is it located? Working in Mission. Mission, BC, guys. There you go. If you're heading through Mission, BC as of Valentine's Day, go hit them up. That's Scratch Resistance. Tell them Q Sports Live sent you. They'll take care of you. Good people. Just a little outside from Mr. Francis. And I forgot to mark up one of his scores. It is 6-4. Best Western Mission. There we go. Located in the Best Western. I'm assuming that's what you're meaning, Tony. Lookout 2. Lookout 6. That could have went bad a couple of different ways. I'll laugh at that, Edward. I'm not going to repeat it. Being this is a PG show, I won't repeat that, but I will certainly laugh at it. But definitely good to be back on. Oh, excuse me. Definitely good to be back on the mic. Holy Hannah, taking over the whole conference center. How big is that restaurant? That's got to be something big. Hey, Tony, that would be great. You know that if you ever do that and you want us there, you let us know. We'll come down there. I guess it's not down, it's more over. Over and down. Something like that anyway. Looking good. Larry putting in a strong performance here. Sean Harnett, Top Chef. Very nice. And I guess I should maybe give out a shout out to a couple of our stream sponsors that we haven't done for a long time. Jacoby Custom Cues, guys. They are a longtime supporter of Q Sports Live, consistently winning the awards for the People's Choice Q of the Year 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 16. If you haven't been, JacobyCustomCues.com. Of course, they are the home of the Jacoby Black. If you are looking to get your hands on one, send a message to Q Sports Live. We can get you connected. What's going on, Mo? Thanks for tuning in. For sure, Sean Harnett, 620 player, Fargo rate. Got some skills on the table. Speaking of skills on the table, we have Mr. Ben Francis doing battle against Larry Walper. They are racing to 9, giving you a little bit of entertainment on a Wednesday evening. Break the COVID bug. What's going on, Rod? Q Sports Live Winnipeg in the house. Will we be streaming? Sorry, I've just looked over at the YouTube channel. Are we going to be streaming youth matches? Youth matches will be streamed, but they will only go to that private player page. We do get into a little bit of legalities when it comes to streaming youth, especially out of their home. So chances are will not be made public for the youth matches. Michigan in the house. Thanks for tuning in, Larry, on YouTube. How many sets are they playing? Not sure yet, Rod. I asked that question. They said, we don't know. What are their Fargo rates? Larry is a 665, if my memory is correct. And Mr. Benny Francis is a 727 last I checked. Oh, I was just at 2.8 for what it's worth. 728, says Mr. Ben Francis. So, again, speaking of skill on the table, we got it right here. I know that Roberto and Sky Woodward are doing battle, but they ain't got nothing on us. Ben just says, I've never lost to Skylar in my life. And that's only because Ben, Larry says the same thing. Both Ben and Larry have played Skylar, both won that one match. So they can officially say they have never lost to Sky Woodward. Ben just says, Ben just says he's never lost to Sky Woodward. He's the real MVP. And then he goes and shakes the shot into the side pocket. I love it. You deserve that one. You deserve that one. That was good. Ben said it was 9-ball when he played Sky Woodward. Funny game. 9-ball truly is anybody's win. Stick around. Although you can't take away the skill from a guy like Ben Francis, that's for sure. Oh, Valley 9-ball, even better. Even better at the forebears. Oh, look at this safe. Look at that safe. Somebody's been practicing. What a great safety that was. Well played, sir. What's going on, Justin? Tuning in from PEI. Certainly appreciate everybody tuning in here, guys. If you are just tuning in, my name is Grant, manning the mic by myself, joined only by the voices in my own head. Glad to be back on the mic. Thank you very much for tuning in. Great breakout there from Ben, playing that shot off the 6. Oh, I can see Ben's getting into his stroke. He's doing his Benny thing. Edward's done you one better. He says he's almost not lost. He hasn't lost a match in almost a year. along with half the country, but that doesn't need to be said, right, Edward? Ben keeping it tight. Coming from behind, and no matter what the score, guys, even though Larry is 2 away from the win for set number 1, never count out a guy like Ben Francis. I've watched him come back in stuff he should never come back from. Was down 8-1 in a race to 9 against a player by the name of Eric Vargas and came back to win. So don't ever count him out. Yeah, you like Ben's pace. That's Bryce. I don't know who plays faster. Who would you say, Benny? Yourself or Bryce Powell? Bryce plays faster for sure. he says Bryce doesn't even play shape. He just bangs him in from anywhere. He doesn't need to. He hits the balls in good. Yeah, Benny says if he could pot like Bryce, he wouldn't have to worry about it either. Need some ridgebacks. These are ridgeback rails. Oh, no. I get to be joined by somebody other than my own voice in my head. We got a special guest commentator coming in, guys. This is going to be some fun. We're about to turn up the fun level a little bit. The fun level's about to go through the roof. I'm not even going to mention his name until he gets his mic on. You know I can't just have a valley table, Tony. Got to have ridgebacks. All right, guys, let's turn up the fun just a little bit. I have a special guest commentator joining me right now, other than the voices in my own head. Welcome to it, Mr. Jeff Wanless. How are you, sir?
Hey, guys.
That's all I get.
Glad to be here.
I said we're going to turn up.
The invite, Grant. I appreciate it.
I said we're going to turn up the fun volume. We got Jeff Wanless. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. I wouldn't miss this one. Get to watch 2 of these pros play.
Right?
See what I'm doing wrong on the tables.
Everybody was tired of hearing me and my own voices.
Yeah, I was too. That's why I came over.
I know, right? Jeez, you rescue me. Foul for sure, says Ben. I bumped the 14. Oh, so all done cleaning at the house, I'm assuming?
Oh, no.
No? You just kind of ran out the back door?
Yeah, pretty much.
That a boy.
Gave her a beer and away I go.
Nice. Shouldn't Ben be giving a game or two Fargo fair rate match? Normally, I would say yes, but a player like Larry Walper's not going to want a spot from Ben.
Larry doesn't typically ask for games.
No. Well, and this is why, you know what? I said this before. You can now verify, because you've been down in Calgary for a while, but over the course of the last year to year and a half, maybe pre-COVID, as Ben said, Larry is the most improved player in Calgary. And this is exactly why. And Ben just said it. Larry has never once asked for any game.
Yes, I definitely second
a game
that.
or a spot.
And that's a quick note for a lot of the amateurs, though, too. You want to get better, test yourself. Instead of getting the spots and going hill or whatnot, play somebody that's better than you. without the spot.
Yeah, test your skill. Put yourself up there.
And I also know Ben, when he was coming up through the ranks, also never asked for a spot.
Nope.
He always played up a level. And even when he was playing friendly matches or even competitive matches against somebody that had a higher Fargo rated than him or was a little bit more experienced, Ben never wanted the spot.
Yeah. And, you know, I don't know whether that's just, you know, the time. Because even when I was coming up, I'd go play in every tournament I could that had higher caliber players.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right?
Same as I would.
And there was not
Back then, there wasn't
spot.
handicap terms.
Yeah, like what's a handicap? What's that?
There wasn't handicap terms when I was coming up either. Yeah, quickest way to learn what you're doing wrong or whatnot is to lose. You learn more from losing than you do from winning.
That's right. So that's why when you play me, I'd want to give you that gift.
Of learning?
Of learning.
I enjoy giving you that gift.
Hey, easy. We were talking about other people.
Yeah, I played both these guys quite a bit. Actually, I played Larry a lot more than I played Ben, but Ben and I have met a couple of times in some big bar box tournaments and whatnot, and he's always a threat. Definitely can't give him anything easy. He gets out on everything. And Larry, the same thing. He spent a lot of time working on his game.
Yeah.
When he was coming up and improving immensely on that bell curve and whatnot, he spent a lot of time on the bar boxes.
He did. He's put his time in. And you know what? It shows in his game.
Yes, definitely.
Shows in the game, shows in the confidence, shows in skill,
Knowledge,
patterns,
speed,
knowledge,
shape,
everything.
Yep. And I've noticed too, I've been
The
watching
guy's
a
got
lot
it
of pool
going on.
Derby City and watching a lot of pool on YouTube and whatnot.
Yep.
And just seeing the difference in the levels. Of course, on YouTube and whatnot, quite often they post the Fargo rates.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the one thing I've noticed is it's a drastic difference between the top end pros and even the bottom level pros. The biggest difference is their breaks.
Yep.
And
So
the pros spend a lot of time on their breaks.
Oh, totally. So it's kind of actually a good lead in to where I wanted to go with this, because as much as you and I are friends, all friendship aside, when it comes to the CSLIPL and competing in that league, in my opinion, and this is why I wanted you here, was because my opinion, can be taken as a biased opinion, and I get that, I understand it, right? Where I didn't think when we were kind of putting the league together and playing the Ghost, I really didn't give it much credit, much thought. I just thought, oh, it's easy. We're playing 9-ball. I can go down and run racks. Number one, it's not that easy.
No.
Number two,
the Ghost doesn't miss.
Yeah, right? That son of a you-know-what? That God doesn't miss.
Yeah, and you have to take your time on every shot.
You
it
do.
definitely makes you bear down.
You do. And it
there's
really
pressure.
brings out your competitive nature.
The whole thing I like about this league is that you're on the stream, so you know someone's always watching.
Yeah.
The good thing for me is I can go back and watch my matches.
Yep.
But at the same time, I know when I'm feeling that pressure. It's a tough shot that I haven't practiced that often or haven't experienced. And it's like, I got to get around this way. And then I start thinking maybe there's a different way to go about doing it.
Yeah.
So it definitely makes you work on your game where I go back and actually practice the shots I missed.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you, I feel so. I got to be honest. I didn't think it was going to be that difficult. And before we went live, I think it was maybe 2 weeks before we started the league. And leading up to that, I was busy. I was putting forms and how to make everything happen. I was really busting my butt to make sure everything went well.
No, you're working 12, 14-hour days.
Yeah.
Yes. 7 days a week.
Yeah. So then, and you know this,
Yes.
right? You can verify. That's no lie. I work every day.
From the minute Grant gets up to the minute he goes to bed, he's working. There's not too often where he's not.
Yeah. But I love it. I love what I do.
It's because
Right.
you love and have the passion for pool, which it shows with everything that you've done with CSL and everything else.
Yeah.
And we all appreciate the time you put in to bring up this league and the time you put in with even the players and the communicating, responding to every text message, every email, every little thing that you get.
Yeah. I
As
try
far
to
as
make a
making
point
sure,
of that.
yes.
Yeah.
And you are very good at that. So is Ben.
Thank you. And I'm sure Ben says thank you. He's just concentrating on his game.
And it's huge for the league too. And I'm sure a lot of the players and even everybody that's on the CSL page will say the same thing, that that's the biggest thing and the biggest draw towards you guys is that you guys do put in the time, you guys care.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the game, but you care about the players.
Yeah. Yeah. So back to to where I was going with my point is I didn't really think that the Ghost or playing the Ghost was going to be difficult at all, right? I kind of had that. I've practiced lots before, run lots of racks before. Can't be that different. Can't be any
Yeah, you
harder
get
than
ball
that.
hand off the break.
And so Ben says to go, and he challenged me. This is 2 weeks before we started. And he challenged me. He said, go down and play 10 games seriously against the Ghost. Score it the same as what we're putting together. Tell me how you do.
It's an eye opener.
Yeah, I got my
Was for
butt
me. I did the same thing.
whooped.
A couple of my friends up in Edmonton, same thing. They go down, practice 15 racks and see
Yep.
where they average for a score. And honestly, just like me in my first week of league, it's you walk in thinking that it's easy peasy. How hard can it be? It's 9 balls on a table. You break, doesn't
Yeah.
even matter if you make a ball on the break, but you get ball in hand afterwards, depending on what division you are in, of course.
Yes.
But then I was thinking, okay, 15 games, I'm going to run 13, 14 racks. Oh, my God. It's a stretch. You got to work your butt off just to get the 10 and 11 that I'm averaging now. But I've had to work my ass off for those.
Yeah.
And nothing's easy because even the simplest shots, you get off angle, off shape, you're on the wrong side of a ball.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden it's like crazy stuff.
Well, and
happens.
this is one of the benefits, right? And this is why I wanted to bring this. This is kind of bring everything into a nice, neat little bow here. And why I went into this tangent is for those that are out listening right now. If you miss that competitive nature and really want to brush up on that competitive stroke, keeping your game, keeping your game up to snuff and keeping kind of that edge to your game. This is the spot to go. Without a doubt, this is the spot.
Definitely, when you don't have the
CSLIPL.com.
option because the pools are closed and you don't have the option for one-on-one or the tournaments, the local tournaments or weekly tournaments, this definitely for league. I'd say this league against the Ghost has bettered my game more than it does even going team against team league in live action.
Yeah. Bob says, is that a Dale Perry butt on Ben's cue? Yes, it is.
And your score is wrong there, Grant. It's now 7-7.
7-7. See, I go and Ben and Larry knew this, that I go off on my tangents. So
why I
they
had to
used the
get here
flip
quick.
chart for me.
That's why I had to get here quick.
Right? Thank you. Otherwise, myself, Ben, Larry, and everybody tuning in would be left alone with me and the voices in my head. That can be a scary thought.
Yes, and of course, all you guys that are tuned in and watching, if you guys like the shirts that both Larry and Ben are wearing, of course, you can order through CSL any of these shirts that you're seeing now.
The best ones, well, Ben decided on what he's going to do, are
The
these
league
ones right
shirts,
here.
I have those.
Yeah, you do?
I have one.
Yeah, you do. I have one as well. Ben
they're
has
nice.
one. They are an amazing design. Really, really comfortable.
And Ben here on the breaks moved everything down to the bottom rail.
I was definitely humbled by the Ghost so far. Thought it would be average of at least 100 a week, and I'm only averaging 79. Yeah, James. And that was my point, right? Is really prior to you kind of getting in and getting competitive. We all have that kind of pre-COVID mentality of where our game was. And if you want to get back there, the camaraderie on the page, phenomenal. Everybody's watching everybody's matches, being really supportive. It's just a great atmosphere.
Yes, definitely. Everybody in the league is very supportive of each other. Not a lot of negative comments anywhere. Everybody's pumping them up, good shooting, wishing them well, good luck and whatnot. And I know, even I've talked to a couple of the players that I've never spoken to face-to-face and just going over like, yeah, it was a great shot. Nice kick. How'd you hit that?
Yeah, technique.
Yeah, and even asking
Best practice.
the equipment that everybody's playing with and whatnot. So, yes, it's fun to have that camaraderie. And the first group of guys and ladies in the CSL IPL League, you couldn't ask for a better group.
I agree.
And
100% agree.
There's so many people watching. Every time I look, and even on my matches, I go back and I look, I'm like 68 views. I'm like, there's how many people in the league? Like that's a lot of views.
Yeah.
And of course, not everybody watches your match the entire way through, but there's a lot of players that will go back and watch matches all the way through. I know I do, especially with the top end guys.
Yep.
Just
Well,
to
and
see
as
how they're breaking, what they're doing differently.
Yeah. Well, and it's kind of a different atmosphere in the fact that you're competing against players that, number one, you don't know, and they can be from anywhere in the world, right? We got Great Britain in the house. We've got Philippines. I can't remember all the overseas ones, but certainly lots in Canada, lots in the United States. And these are players that you may or may not know.
Exactly.
Right? And it's just a great atmosphere, guys. So as I mentioned before, if you do want to get some more information, send us a message, whether that's email, qsportslive@gmail.com. Send us a message to the Q Sports Live page. Ben Francis getting on the hill.
Yeah, he's on
Send
a
us a
roll.
message
I
personally.
don't think he's missed since I came down here.
Right?
You're
Look
welcome.
at that. Jeff shows up, and look what happens to Ben.
Yeah, I think it's more what happens to Larry. I come down and Larry just gets bad luck.
Yeah. Well, and this is kind of interesting. This is how this thing goes between me, you, and Larry, right? Because the three of us kind of play here quite often.
Yes.
And I can't beat Larry. He's got my number, or that was the case. Larry had my number for so long. And now I do well against Larry, but then you come and I just can't do it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, me
You got
playing
my
Larry
number.
on a 9-foot. It's frustrating for me on a 9-foot sometimes. And Larry can't do anything wrong on a 9 against me. It's crazy. Some shots, yeah.
It's all planned.
Yeah, it's like every shot he
The
plays.
miss is good too.
Every shot he's playing is a two-way shot.
Yeah.
And he tells me
Yeah.
that. He's like, two-way.
Right?
I'm like, it's crazy.
So Ben Francis on the hill, looking to close it out.
This table brings back
Some
Barbox
memories,
table.
eh?
Ben Francis brings back some memories too. I remember, I still have nightmares. The one match against Ben where I rattled the bank on the 8-ball. Ben remembers too. Yeah, we both agreed to play the morning match that night. Had to ask all the operators if we could get down there, and I was actually shooting really well. Ben was shooting well, and it was a tight match. Goes hill. I'm running out, and I missed my bank on the 8-ball. I rattled it. I thought it was in the entire way. So did Ben, up until the point that it didn't drop.
Wow.
It's like, oh. I'm like, geez, I still have nightmares.
Ben has one of those against me.
Yeah.
I think that was actually the first time that I have ever beat Ben in a tournament, was simply due to the fact that Ben missed his bank shot. He hit the horn.
Horn in the side
He horned
pockets. Yeah,
up.
Ben remembers it.
Yeah. And there's only been, I think, one other time, and I'm going to bring it up even on stream. Oh, yeah. Like, it could have gone either way on that shot.
Yeah.
But then
The shots we remember.
yeah. But then I have to bring it up. I know it's kind of a salty spot for Ben. But when I played in the Stampede Bar Box, that was at the hidden spot. That was my game. That was my match. I did nothing wrong. I ran out everything, and I won 7-2.
It's hard to do.
Yep.
Gotta be shooting well. Yeah, it's nice
I
when
was
you're in
shooting
that zone.
so good that day.
Yeah, it's nice when
But you
you're
have
feeling
to, right? When you're playing a guy like Ben Francis, you can't let off the gas at all.
it. Exactly. Looks like a little bit of a touchy shot. Definitely go side pocket. A little bit inside, down to the bottom rail and out.
Nice little two-rail.
Nice touch. Nice
Great
touch.
shot.
Yeah.
Here we go. Set number 1.
Goes to Ben. I'm pretty sure Larry's going to
Mr.
ask for the lead here.
Francis. They might take a few minutes. Yeah, they're going to take a couple of. Is there another set coming? There is another set coming, guys. So they're going to take a couple of minutes, as will we. We will probably just do a quick shutdown, restart, let them chill. We'll go out. I'm going to go make sure it's still really cold outside. But don't go far. We'll be right back. We'll have another set to continue to break up the monotony of a Wednesday COVID evening. So on behalf of myself, now Jeff Wanless, Larry Walper, Ben Francis, the rest of the Q Sports Live team, guys, thanks for tuning in. We will be right back.
We will see you in a bit.